I feel like a common misconception about the hardships that we face in life is the fact that life happens for you and not to you. Because what happens for a lot of us is we get put in a position where we may go through something and we totally lose sight of the purpose or the reasoning behind why certain things may be happening. It doesn't matter what you go through, each and everything that occurs in your life is for a specific reason. Whether it's for you to learn a lesson, whether it's just to elevate you in general, but each thing that you go through serves a unique purpose. And we oftentimes forget this when we're so consumed by our feelings and our emotions and we're not thinking logically. But I'm here to let you know today that it's not necessarily about what you go through. It's about the understanding that you get from those experiences, the lessons that you learn, that state of elevation that you go through when you witness or experience something that puts you in a different headspace. And what it really does is just give you a chance to reflect. When you feel like something happened for a reason, this puts you in a state of mind to want to figure out the reason behind why certain things is happening. It makes you want to put the pieces together so that you can get a clearer understanding of what purpose this is supposed to serve. And I feel like that's so essential when you're going through life, understanding the fact that when you go through something, you are likely to replay it a couple times in your head to try to find new perspectives and understandings on why certain things may have happened. And when you use that to your benefit, then you'll always be in a constant state of growth because you're not viewing it in just a negative way. You're not looking at that hardship as something that may have put you in a mental space where you may be confused or you may be anxious. You understand that it's for a greater purpose. You may not want to sacrifice your comfort zone for growth. And a quick example, because this is something that, back in the day, I really didn't understand at the moment until I allowed myself to not be so selfish and look at things from a different POV. But in 2020, I think I spoke about it briefly on my channel for y'all who've been here. But in 2020, my grandma passed away, beginning of 2021. And at that very moment, I didn't understand, why something like that would happen. I was being selfish. I felt like I just wanted her here, and I didn't necessarily understand the greater purpose or what it would do to me and how it would transform my life, not having somebody that I loved so dearly nearby. But as I grew older, I realized that not only did that impact me mentally significantly, it played a huge role in my overall growth journey because I just use that as motivation now. When I feel like quitting, when I feel like giving up, when I feel like, everything's going against me, I know that I serve a greater purpose. And the same thing could apply to breakups. A lot of people may feel like, man, why did I get cheated on? What's the reason behind this? I don't feel like I deserve A, B, and C. But a lot of the times in life, when you go through things, they are not going to make sense. They're not going to make sense in that moment, because how could anything painful or anything that you may go through that would make you question yourself have any sort of justification in this very moment? When you're not benefiting from it right now, it is probably not going to make sense. But a year down the line or 2 years down the line, when you finally do heal and you grow, you're going to realize that it was all in your favor. At that very moment, you had to suffer something. You had to go through things that put you in a position to expand, that really pushed you to go out and be better. That's why I'll never shy away from anything that I've ever went through in my life, because I see it clearly. It's not happening to me, it's happening for me. You aren't experiencing that pain that you feel for nothing. This is not to literally break you down and to keep you in a low state of mind. This is supposed to be used for you to elevate and for you to grow and for you to learn and expand. The reason why you are the person you are today is because of your experiences. It's because of your hardships. It's because of the lessons that you learn throughout the process and throughout the journey that makes you who you are today. And I'm sure if you would look back on anything that you've ever went through, based on your current state of mind, you wouldn't take anything back, because you know that you had to go through those things in order to be the person that you are today. But when you understand the concept of how something happens for you and not to you, it alleviates pain. It takes you out of that victim mindset, from allowing yourself to just feel as if you're being attacked or everybody's out to get you. And it makes you realize that it's okay to feel something, because it's gonna hurt. A lot of the things that you go through are not going to feel good. Breakups, when you lose people, when you lose family, when you go through financial hardships, those things are obviously not in your best interest, and they are not going to feel good in that very moment. But in the long run, if you have that type of mindset, it will alleviate that pain, and you will feel and you will see the purpose, and everything that may go wrong or everything that may seem as if it's not in your favor at this very moment. And what it leads to above all is a defining moment. You find yourself at those low points. You find yourself when you stop playing victim and you realize that everything is going to work out. It may not seem like it, and it doesn't have to seem like it, but you got to understand that time is so critical, and it's the only thing that I feel like we truly cannot really get enough of. The hours that we spent, the time that we spent in the past, all of those things are gone, and we can never get that back. So valuing this sense of time really just puts you in a different headspace, but just understanding that it really does create a defining moment for you, and it helps you find your true character is ultimately what's going to be the difference maker. Putting you in that different headspace, allowing you to understand and view life from different perspectives. And another thing that I truly do believe is that all things happen when they should. Everything that you go through happens at the exact moment that it's supposed to happen. There's no mistakes in your life with the timing and certain obstacles that you may face. And I want you to understand that. So if you're going through something right now and you just feel like, man, why now? Why do I have to experience this? Why do I have to be in this position at this very moment? It's because for some reason, God felt as if you're ready. You may not think you're ready. You don't have to believe you're ready, but it is happening to you because this is exactly what's supposed to happen to you. And the sooner that you can accept that and learn to just view it from a different perspective, the sooner that you could put yourself in a position to understand the lesson behind what you're going through. Every challenge presents us with valuable opportunities for progress. Overcoming that obstacle, getting through something that you may not have had the confidence to get through prior, but just doing it anyways, because you know that you're going to come out on that other side way more wiser and stronger, is what's going to help you elevate. And one thing that's very important to understand, which took me so long to learn, is the fact that it's essential that you make peace with the past. If you cannot move on from certain people, certain events, certain time frames, then you will always be held back, because you're going to be living in a time that is no longer present, a time that you cannot get back, a time that you cannot relive. Putting yourself in a position to make peace with the past teaches you acceptance. It teaches you that just because you have something at this very moment does not mean that it's going to last forever. So what does that lead to? It leads to you cherishing everything that you have. It leads to you cherishing the people that's around you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, whatever the case may be, because you understand how limited time is itself. And what this does is it helps create a strong foundation for personal growth. I was never able to grow until I was able to make peace with the past. The more that I put myself in a position to reflect and hold myself to old standards and things that I may have done or cling on to old relationships, I was never fully able to grow. That's why I feel like it's very important to always just do what you should be doing at that very moment, everything that you could do to get the best possible result so that you don't have to live with any regrets. Because the moments in the past where I was reflecting and I was holding myself to certain things was because I knew that I probably withheld something. Let's just speak in terms of a relationship. I may have known that I withheld certain things, and I wish that I actually tried to do A, B, and C to get a different result, because things could have possibly went different. Make peace with the past, even in times where you may have made mistakes or you didn't do right. You can't get it back. But the beauty in life is that you have today. You have this very moment. You can make new memories. You can build new relationships. You can do something with this very moment that you have, because this is a blessing to even be here, because that's what's valuable right now. But you have to understand that no matter what happens in your life, each and everything that you go through works out to give you something valuable or to give you something meaningful, whether it's a lesson, whether it's just an experience. Each and everything in the long run will work in your favor, as long as you can shift your perspective from thinking so negatively on things that you may not want to go through and just see it through. Nobody wants to go through hardships, but everybody wants to be successful. Nobody wants to spend countless hours building and working towards something, but everybody wants to reap the benefits of somebody who put in that type of work, and that's just not how life works. Embrace the hardships, embrace the struggles, embrace things that you go through, because they're building your character up and they're molding you into the person that you need to be for the lifestyle that you were designed to live. But if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. It's your boy Blue J Tay. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.